Hey everyone, and welcome back to 31 Days of Horror. So, this is me and Randy Mole carrying on our 31 days of horror movies through the month of October 2020. And tonight I'm on my lonesome and I watched a movie called Knucklebones. Right, so Knucklebones, I think it's about 2016 slasher movie. There we go. I'm going to give you an overview straight from the beginning. So, essentially, it's about a group of friends, 5 or 6, how many? 5 of them, who go to an abandoned clothes factory, I think it was. And in the factory, they go for a bit of fun. And they find an old box hidden away in the factory. It's a Nazi box. And they open it up, and there's a game called Knucklebones. And you throw the bones, like throwing dice, and they do so. And part of the game, or the box they find with Nazi memorabilia and jackets, is they summon Knucklebones the demon. And it says all this about him, but they decide they'll try and succeed to summon Knucklebones for a bit of fun. So there we go. That's the premise. Why you'd want to summon a demon, I have no idea, but that's what they decide to do for fun. So they follow the spell, and who appears but Knucklebones. So, what do I like? Let's go through some likes. So, Knucklebones is very easy watch. It's a fun ride. I give you that. It's not serious at all. Another thing I quite liked, it's just kind of babes and blood throughout this film. Let's talk about Knucklebones quickly for likes. I did like Knucklebones' his character. There are some dislikes which I'll get to, but only slight ones. But the main ones I liked his face. Quite evidently it's a mask he's wearing. But I like the facial design, and I like the fact he reminded me of Freddy Krueger. He was full of one-liners, and there was a lot of kind of one-liner scenes mixed with certain one-liners were said before a death occurs. For example, one death, and I'll spoil this, but one death I thought was really cool is there was a bloke crawling away, and Knucklebones has a chainsaw, and he says, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just put the tip in," and then decides to then insert the chainsaw where most men would not want a chainsaw inserting, put it that way. So yeah, so there is quite a lot of good kills. I was talking to some colleagues the other day describing this film, and they were like, "What is wrong with you, James? This sounds sick." But it's not. It's good fun. It's a good laugh. So there's some good kills. Good practical effects on that as well. So that's another thing I really like. It's good to see a mixture. Well, good to see a lot of practical effects. I like the final girl. Bit of a twist in there. Not your typical final girl, but I liked her character. The main protagonist really bought into her and followed her through the story. I thought, it's a low budget. But I thought it was shot well. Basically all set in this dingy kind of factory. A lot of low budget, poor horror movies you don't seem to see a lot because of the lighting, but this was well lit and shot well. I like that. So yeah, that's some of the likes. Dislikes. Right, I've got a few listed down here. That's what I'm looking down. I suppose for me, a couple of dislikes were there's quite a few weird sound effects during it, which I really was like, what is this noise and why is this noise here? Maybe a bit of poor sound editing and poor sound choice, but yeah, some of the sound effects didn't work for me. I suppose they missed a trick with Knucklebones. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a slasher movie, just you run-of-the-mill slasher movie. But Knucklebones' character, they could have just done something a bit different with him. I don't know what off the top of my head right now, but a demon slasher. They could have used a lot of weapons like chainsaws. Could they have been a bit more creative in how he was summoned and what sort of powers he had? Another dislike with Knucklebones, I thought a really good design in the facial mask. As you can see, it's like a skull, etc. But he was wearing like raw, ripped clothing, and I thought his actual costume design, especially on the back, with bones exposed, and it just looked really poor. It kind of like really yin and yang with the costume. I thought the face was really good, the mask was really good, but the rest of the costume I felt was a bit, especially on some good lit scenes, really let me down. I just thought it looked really cheap. And the opening bit with the Nazis and I just didn't get it. And I don't get it. The opening scene, I just thought when I started to watch it, and then I didn't see the continuity unless I just drifted off and didn't capture it. But I thought the opening was quite poor. So, but apart from that, then there were a lot of likes to be had with Knucklebones. I'm just reading a quote on the front. It says, "A Jason meets Freddy Madman." Not sure about that, but Gorefest, I certainly agree. Like I said, a lot of gory practical kills, a lot of good deaths. So all in all, a really surprisingly enjoyable slasher movie. So definitely want to recommend grabbing a few beers, grabbing some mates, and having a good night. So on that basis, I'm going to give my final thoughts, my final view rating of 3 strong pumpkins out of 5. So there we go. That's Knucklebones. That's another video done for this month. And yeah, getting through them. So please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see you again soon. Peace.